Hi and welcome to Eurobike Day 3. In amongst some great tech today, we've got a revolutionary new motor gearbox unit. Superior from the Czech Republic. This is a range of Bosch SX bikes with 400 watt-hour batteries, 140, 150mm travel, 29-inch wheels, top-end bike. Let's talk weights here, 17.4 kilos. That is pretty impressive. But folks, I'm sure you'd agree, really nice looking bike from a brand I've not come across before. So like I said, flying machines from the Czech Republic. They do actually have a Bosch CX bike over here as well, which also is looking a bit suspect in terms of the motor. Now this is the Bosch CX version of the Superior bike. This is the EXF 6.5, just over 6,000 euros. If you look at the casing again on this bike, it's a different casing. The motor looks a little bit more compact than the existing Bosch Performance Line CX. It's got some different kind of, something going on the top there, there's something different going on the casing on the top. Looks like they've covered it up on this bike compared to the M1. I've just learned about vertical integration. It means you don't rely on suppliers, you make the component parts yourself. Preeto is from Shenzhen in China. Three things you need to know, apart from the vertical integration that is. They make three motors. We've got a 1.9 kilo, 60 newton meter motor. Then there is a 2.6 kilo version, which is 90 newton meters. Very, very punchy. And then look at this beauty here, look. This is the 110 newton meter version. Very slick, very compact, and like I said, vertically integrated full power motor. I love a bit of print magazines. Robin Schmitt. Robin, highlight e-mountain bike, and you're eating an apple.
Exactly.
Highlight of e-mountain bikes from Eurobike 2024 from you. I mean, you have ridden a lot of bikes.
I haven't seen, honestly, I haven't walked around yet, but probably one highlight is the DJI motor, the new one.
For what reason?
For the whole connectivity, and of course, I think it's a serious brand that will be making some noise in the future. But let's see, I haven't ridden it yet. You did, Peter did, and
it's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Big statement from Robin Schmitt, and check out e-mountain bike magazine. Very cool. Merida E160 8000. What's the news here? I think the key bit of information is Merida suspension is lively and really good fun bikes to ride. Great geometry too. This bike's got an 800 watt-hour battery. You can get it with a 600 as well. Shimano EP801. So this bike comes with Di2, 29, 27.5. It can be run with 29-inch wheels at the back as well. But I think more than anything, it's the weight. This bike comes in at around about 22 kilos. However, there's the 10K version, people should be behind me, which is closer to 20. So long range, lightweight, lively bikes from Merida. Right, let's have a quick look around the demo area here at Eurobike. Starting off with Hyena. Now, we saw Hyena out in Taiwan earlier in the year. They make a super compact 2.3 kilos, 70 newton meter motor, looking for people to use their system. And they do actually make an e-mountain bike system. They do the motor, the battery, the super neat display, and the controller. So Hyena from Taiwan, really looking forward to riding their bikes in the future. Iron Horse Bikes was a brand from New Jersey originally, a brand ridden to many World Cup successes with Sam Hill. Black Iron Horse, on the other hand, is from Denmark. They make one of the only full suspension cargo bikes in the world. This has actually got a Shimano Nexus hub on the back, super smooth hub, EP6 motor and batteries located just behind the seats there. Need to ride some more cargo bikes, I think. Speaking to Gary Fisher earlier in the week, and he mentioned that round motors are actually lighter. So I'm thinking the likes of TQ, of ZF, and also Delta. Now, Delta's from Taiwan. We saw them earlier in the year. This motor is 90 newton meters, weighing in at 2.9 kilos. So really excited to get a ride on this bike in the future. Nicolai bikes, beautiful geometry, great sizing, a fantastic suspension, but more than anything, just well-crafted e-mountain bikes. A couple of options here, a couple of examples. GT1 with a Bosch motor and a roll-off hub on there with a belt drive. Obviously the flagship is the Saturn 16 with a Pinion MGU belt drive. Really, really looking forward to riding this bike. This particular example here has got a 960 watt-hour battery. So, and then finally we've got the bike with the Bosch SX motor, super stealth, and again, great sizing, great geometry, and also probably a stunning looking bike as well. Okay guys, just going to give you a quick guided tour of the ZF Centrix motor. We've got front of house here, we've got the remote top tube display and the handlebar mounted display. In terms of the modes, we've got Eco, Active, Sport and Boost. So I'm going to give you an idea of how the motor sounds out on the trail. So I'm just spinning now. So low speed, hardly any sound from this motor. Let's do a 0 to 60, shall we? Here we go. Okay, what did that take? That literally took, I think, maybe a couple of seconds to get to 25k. Seriously cannot wait to ride this bike. Here it is guys, from Belgium, Owuru, a continuously variable transmission. It's basically a motor gearbox unit, 4.6 kilos. I've just ridden it, it is super quiet. How it works, I'll tell you some very brief information on this. It electronically adjusts the gear ratio in basic, very, very basic terms. How on earth are there no e-mountain bikes with this system on it? I was actually gobsmacked when I rode the bike. Like I said, it's so quiet, and they're going to be making, well, they're actually making a prototype version for e-mountain bikes at the moment. This is like seriously big news. Actually, the guys did tell me, we did have it on the EMBN show a few months ago, but to actually ride it and see it is quite a different matter. Great work, Owuru, great work. Focus VAM2 SL, 16.2 kilos. These bikes start from €5,499. 29-inch wheels, 130mm travel. Fazua Ride 60 system on here. And like I said, with a 430 watt-hour internal battery. Very sleek, very light, and yeah, starting at a quite decent price. Always been a big fan of Bull's bikes. Fantastic spec, great prices. This is the new series of Sonic ENR bikes. It's e-racing. I couldn't quite pin them down to the exact facts of why these bikes are racing bikes. They try to tell me about adjustable geometry and component specifications, but these are the kind of parts you get on lots of other bikes. Lots of other bikes do have adjustable geometry. Two features I really like are the bash guard there. That is a proper bash guard. Now, you seldom see bash guards like that on eMTBs. So yeah, ENR series from Bulls. Very cool looking bikes. And we saw a couple of Nicolai bikes on the demo stand earlier, but if someone's asked me what would be top of my hit list of bikes, e-mountain bikes I'd like to ride, I think it would be this particular one here. Saturn 16 in this particular spec. I think it's a really exciting bike. I mean, Nicolai, precise, unique, head of the curve, all those things. Great sizing, great suspension design. Yeah, definitely a banger I'd like to try. Folks, we have to say a huge thank you to this gentleman here, Alex Tushbas, who designed the first ever high bike ENDURO back, I think it was 2012, Alex, right?
No, it was 2010.
2010?
2010. Eurobike 2010.
Wow. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be riding e-mountain bikes. Alex is now the CEO of Hepha. We saw Hepha bikes earlier. But Alex, this is a cool feature you got here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why isn't this on mountain bikes too?
It has to be on mountain bikes. I guess it makes sense on our bikes. We built it in this urban bike to show it off. But if it was up to us, we would have it on each bike, because I think it's a great thing, because you can decide your riding position dynamically during riding. If you want to have sporty, or you want it a bit more upright, or something in between. It's you decide. Either you set it up one time, or you change your riding position during riding, which makes a lot of sense, because if you're on a longer tour, sometimes you want to stretch your back. Nothing easier than that. You just lift it, and once you want to go downhill, or you want to have it a bit more sporty, you go down. And sorry, if you go downhill, you lift it, because then you even out your seating position.
So many bright ideas in the mountain bike world when it comes to suspension design, but ultimately simple things do work. I mean, single pivot bikes have won multiple World Downhill Championships. On an e-mountain bike, I think having movement in the back end and a good dynamic ride is very important, because e-mountain bikes obviously do everything. So this is Orange's Phase Evo MX. Obviously it's got 27.5 wheels in it. Great geometry on orange bikes. It's got the Bosch SX motor, 55 newton meters, 400 watt hour battery there. And what I really like about this bike, obviously it's aluminium, which I like as well, and the price on this is about £6,000. You've got a stash box at the top there for putting whatever you want in. So there you go, folks, from Halifax, a flying machine. Okay, so I'm now with Andrea from Whistle Bikes. Let's get a 30-second history of Whistle Bikes. Where are they from?
Italy, from Monza.
Yeah, and what year were they established?
Is starting from Atala. Atala is 100 years older now.
Oh, 100 years old?
Yes, because Atala is a really old company. You know,
Okay, Atala,
Whistle
okay,
is one brand of Atala that is born around 30 years ago. Yeah. Is there are two categories. Atala is for leisure bicycle and Whistle for sports.
Quick story, folks. I was on holiday and I saw these bikes in a shop, so I did a video and I thought, that's a really cool bike. Let us know what you think. This is 170mm travel, Bosch motor, 73 watt-hour battery, 29-inch wheels. Price?
Price is around public price €8,000.
Okay, fantastic. Andrea, thanks so much.
Thank you to you.
Freeride legend, Richie Schley. What's the question?
Well, we keep talking about when we're going to ride together because we never have. Let's do this.
Hey, so here's the question. Is e-mountain biking, here we are 20 years later, does e-mountain biking actually allow proper free ride?
I mean, why not? I got into the sport for the descending, not for the climbing. And the e-bike lets you get up the mountain quicker and easier. So to me, it's all part of the same deal. Free riding, e-bike, free riding, it's just riding.
Free riding. Thanks, Richie. Why does Rotwild use a chain instead of a belt on its Pinion MGU bike?
Oh, there's several reasons why we do that. First of all, a chain is a part of our mountain bike experience for years. And it's easy to handle it if you have a problem with it. You can have it solved all over the world. And then it's a very strong chain we're using. And so this will...
It's a different chain.
It's like a single speed chain, yeah. And so this will keep you on the trails, safe and pushing forward.
Simple as that, right?
Right.
Thank you very much. Hey, GoBoa, several brands that you need to know about. Hepha, brand from Germany, super cool full suspension bikes. They also do Aventon, which is an American brand, really cool hardtails. So now we get in Manu Schmitt to take charge.
It's a very strong motor. I had ridden a bike with this motor, I think it's 2 years ago, and it was very, very strong.
You like a strong motor?
Yes, because I'm old.
Me too.
Yes, but I'm a little older. And I have
Only just?
and I have not so much.
I like a strong wine too.
Yes, I also.
And strong beer?
Red wine. We are strong men, and we are always like strong wines.
And here is one such bike with a GoBoa motor, except that Hepha have developed their own software to make this bike operate a little bit differently. So the key messages here are 80, 90 or 100 Newton meters. The engineer at GoBoa assured me that the reliability of the motors is pretty up there. 150mm travel, 29-inch wheels, and the bike start at... And the bike start at $4,799. So there you go, folks. Hepha from Munich. This is the man responsible for giving me my first mountain bike job, right?
I guess you could say that.
Dirt magazine.
Back in the day.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks so much.
It was my pleasure. It's good days, right? Dirt magazine. Well, you put me on the spot here. Are we doing a thing? Is he actually live?
Of course he is.
Gee.
Mark Noble, folks. Mark Noble.
Hello. Mark Noble from Dirt Magazine, and now DMR Bikes and Upgrade, and hello.
You don't need a marketing spiel.
Well,
Here we go.
What do you want?
You've done it. Thank you. Cilo from Zurich in Switzerland are relaunching. Now, this brand has got massive two-wheeler heritage, winners of Tour de France stages, and from what I'm told, they have some amazing bikes previously on the road world. But we're focusing on e-mountain bikes. There's several bikes which will be coming next year. I'm going to start off with this, which is a Shimano EP8 bike, but it's got a 400 watt-hour battery.
The reason for that is this is like a detuned version, similar to the Cannondale Montero SL or the Orbea Rise. So this is a sub 20 kilo bike, 150, 140, 29, 27.5. A couple of key features I think which are notable is the straight seat tube and also the standover. There's a really, really low standover on this bike, which is great for chucking around on the hills. Range extended 200 watt hours. There's another bike, 160, 170, and they've also got this bike here, which is 150, 160. This time it's the full power version of the Shimano, 600 watt hours or 800 watt hours. You can still fit the range extender of 200 watt hours on there as well. This time's 29-inch wheels, front and rear. Really cool bikes, and I think it's nice to have something which looks actually visually different to many of the other bikes here. That's it. Thanks for joining us from here at Eurobike in Frankfurt. If you haven't seen day 1 and day 2, please go and check those out. Some really cool tech going on in the e-mountain bike world.